What's up, Family Legacy Group? In today's video, we are going to be talking about APRs, annual percentage rates, right? Some of you guys might be thinking right now, like, why the hell are we talking about APRs, right? We're all about 0%. But sometimes these cards do expire. Some people might be accruing interest on those cards. Also, I'm not just helping you guys get 0% funding. We're talking about all other type of lending products, right? We could be talking about auto loans, home loans, which is going to be another big thing, right? A lot of what we're doing here is using, the 0% business credit. We liquidate the cards, turn it into cash without paying that cash advance fee. And we use that for like the down payments, whether they're asking for 10 to 20%. And then we're going through, hard money, private money lender, whatever, bank statement loan, whatever type of other lending product to fund the rest of the deal, right? Because 0% doesn't always fund the whole thing, but it'll help supplement it. But the point is, whether the 0% expires and there's an APR, or there's these other lending products that have the APR in the beginning, we need to know how they work and what it's going to do to affect the credit card. So for this video, I'm going to be more talking just about APRs on credit cards. Different lending products might be a little different depending on what you guys are looking at. But I had a student that was a little confused how the APR works. So I filmed this in another video, right? Make sure you set up minimum payments on your 0% business credit cards or personal credit cards immediately, because if you do not, then the banks will void that offer and you're going to pay the normal like 20-25% interest. But the reason why I bring that up was because he maxed out the cards to use it for the down payment for a fix and flip, right? And he forgot to make the minimum payment on it. So it voided the 0% on it. And he was freaking out because he was just like, damn, I'm going to be paying 25% of this, 20K I just borrowed each month, right? So he thought he was going to pay 5K just in interest that first month, 5K in interest the next month, and the next month. But that's not how it works, right? So APR, that stands for annual percentage rate. Keyword annual. So the interest rate is the yearly interest rate on your credit card. If your APR is, say, 18%, that means if you don't pay off your balance each month, then you'll be charged a total of 18% interest on what you owe over the whole year, not the month, right? So what happens is the real monthly interest that you're paying is the credit card companies divide the APR, divide it by 12, because there's 12 months in the year, right? So for an 18% APR, divide that by 12, that's 1.5% a month, which actually isn't that bad, right? But we're in the game of not paying any interest at all, right? So let's just say, for example, 18% APR, that breaks down, divided by 12, that comes out to 1.5% interest per month. So if you owe, let's say, $1,000, you'd be charged $15 in interest that month, which isn't that bad. But obviously, if we're leveraging 50, 100, 200, 300K, that could add up really quickly. That's why we always want to have those backup plans on how we're going to pay this off that I talk about in the other videos. So you guys will check that out. But speaking of paying off, right, if you pay your full balance by the due date each month, you won't be charged any interest at all. But if you only pay part of it, interest will start accumulating on the remaining balance. If, let's say you're only making the minimum payments on these, then, whatever's left on the balance is going to be accruing interest, right? And something important to know about this interest that gets tagged onto the balance each month if you don't pay it off in full is it's compounding, right? If you keep a balance, the interest from the previous month that you got charged goes into this month, and now you're owing the balance plus the interest. And then the next month, and you start kind of digging a debt hole for yourself. So you'll pay interest on each new interest payment or interest charge that gets added to the remaining balance. And you're just going to keep paying more. So we want to make sure we get those paid off in full to avoid any interest rate at all. Just know that, right, the APR, that's the annual, not the monthly, so don't freak out like this other client. But in short, APR is the cost of borrowing on your credit card. If you pay off your balances each month, then you could avoid paying it at all. And if you can't understand, the higher the APR, the interest rate, the more you're going to pay in interest, and that interest keeps getting added to the balance and is going to compound. But that's everything there is to know about APRs, annual percentage rates on credit cards. Hope that was helpful. As usual, peace out, much love, stay beautiful, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace!